these are my nymphs, and there's some dry flies in here, some bigger dry flies, but these little guys are the stuff we're kind of using. There's only 4 types of bugs, no matter where you go in this country, maybe the world. But there's midges, mayflies, stoneflies, and caddisflies. So the beauty of fly fishing is you just got to figure out which one. You know, if you come to the water and you see these flies hatching, let's say we see mayflies, we just eliminated 75% of the bugs. We know it's that one type of bug.
Literally, these fish are feeding on these bugs, and these bugs, these flies, start as eggs in the bottom of the river. They hatch and they have their life cycle just like we have ours. They start growing their tail and their legs and their wings. So as they're doing that and as they're crawling around and developing themselves, they'll get swept up in the current of the river, and the fish are literally sitting 6, 8, 10 inches off of the surface of the floor of the river, and they just sit there facing against the current, and they swing and they feed. Swing and just feed off of bugs. I mean, they're just grabbing.
This is called a nymph rig, what we're throwing right now. And our goal is to throw this rig upriver and let it float down in front of us, okay? You have that little bubble there, right? It's called an indicator. And it's not a bobber, it's an indicator. It's exactly what it's an indication of when the fish takes our fly. So we're gonna be watching that little bubble bouncing down along the river. Once it goes bam, 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 or if it goes upriver especially, because rocks don't go upriver, we know it's a fish. We're gonna throw our rig upriver, and this is our drift. It's called setting up a drift, okay? So what's happening right now is our weight's dragging along the bottom, but those flies are staying about 8-10 inches off the bottom, right where those fish are sitting. And we're just looking for a fish to take it. And we're trying to get a nice natural drift going through there. And then once we come to the end of our line, and we throw it again. This is called false casting. I'm just getting in a position to get it out there. So this is our drift, okay? So that's kind of what we're looking to do today. All right. Now, the way you're going to hold this rod, you got 9-foot graphite fly rods, and they're balanced. Okay. You got that cork handle contour for your hand. Okay. So you're going to hold this with your thumb up. Avoid doing this, because then things start to spin on you and whatever. You always want that fly reel pointing down. So you want your thumb right up top there. Okay. The other thing we gotta concentrate on today is what's called our trigger finger. It's our index finger. That's really your fly reel. The real reason this reel is here is to hold line. Okay. Most of the time, we control the line through our little finger here, or through our index finger, okay? And I'll tell you why. When that thing goes under, we got to set the hook. And the way we're going to set that hook is, I'm going to say, hit it, or set, or whatever, and you're going to go, and all, you know, it's going to get very frantic, very quick. Give him line, 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 give him line. So that thing's going to go under, and you're going to lift up, and you're going to start stripping line, because 9 out of 10 times when the fish takes your bug, he runs right at you at first.
Give him line, okay? Yep, he's coming at you.
Keep stripping, keep stripping, keep going. So you're stripping line in, and all of a sudden, once you get them on, you got to stop. Because we're using very light gear here. So the fish dictates everything. Every other type of fishing I know of, the fisherman reels them in, right? Not this type of fishing. The fish dictates. If he wants to run, you let him run. If he comes at you, you got to strip him line in and keep constant pressure on him, okay?
Man, that was awesome.
He's a big guy.
But you always, once you get a fish on, you always want to keep the tip bent. That means you always feel the fish. If your tip is straight, that means you're not feeling the fish. That means he's coming at you, and he's going to spit you. Lift your tip up real high, keep constant pressure on him, because these hooks are so small, he's going to spit that so easy. But if you can keep that tip up and keep the pressure on him, it keeps that hook up and keeps his nose up and keeps him hooked.
Coming our way, and I'm going to net him as soon as his nose is up. Rod tip nice and high, up in the air as high as you can. Yeah!
What do I do?
So see how we hook them right in the jaw, and it comes right out. It doesn't hurt them. So this is the German brown trout. As I said, he has no sharp, nothing sharp. These are not sharp.
I know,
he doesn't have teeth that's going to bite you.
It's just the sliminess.
It is. He is slimy, I promise.
Oh, it's so slimy.
I love it. You can put him back in there. Okay, so he's just going to take off whenever he's ready, and there he goes.